Where is that located now? Audio. All right. Okay, looks like it should be. Hopefully it's working. If not, whatever, then it'll be me talking to myself this entire time while I play. So the goal here is for me to start a Pacific Drive, and I'm going to start a new game. I have been through it already once, and I'm not quite ready to drop the game, but I don't really want to just play it again by myself. Well, I don't know. I want it to be more ceremonious, whatever. So yeah. I'm just going to play with default settings and everything. Now that I've got an idea of what to do, how the game plays. Originally, my plan was to actually, I'll let people read. In 1947, the Olympic Peninsula became the staging ground for a promising new technology. As rumors of its utopian creation spread, so did stories about overnight evacuations, unsolved disappearances, and unnatural encounters. In 1955, the government walled off a section of the peninsula to establish the Olympic Exclusion Zone. For 30 years, the zone's borders grew until the government withdrew and sealed every access point. What happened inside was never disclosed. There's our delivery van. Alright, so, originally my plan was to have a camera on, as that was, I thought typically more interesting, but then I found that I don't want to ever get on my pajamas lately because I'm just so tired and I don't want to not play the game, so here we are. The details are actually pretty cool. Alright, so for those who are unfamiliar with this game, it is kind of a survival-esque game. Gather resources, find ways to survive. Weird shit happens. And so that's where we're at. So right now we're on a delivery to this place. Not really sure why we were sent out to deliver something, but here we are. And just trying to navigate the anomalies. I'm not going to bother running multiple saves on this save file, I don't think, because, like, kind of know what decisions I want to make, what things are important to me. Anyway, I'm gonna stop messing around. So the goal up in the corner is to find transportation. I can tell you from having explored all this, there's really nothing to see. Unless if there's something like up that hill that I hadn't managed to get to, but like, I doubt it. It's a pretty closed-off tutorial type level.
Oh, someone out there? Hello?
Oh, Tobias, I really like him.
Never mind. Francis, the radar's acting up again. You were supposed to tune up this piece of junk years ago. Yes, it's back. It's back. This is Tobias Barlow and Francis Cook, located in mid-zone Sector B. Do you read me? I'm picking up your distress signal in the outer zone. It looks like you're somewhere around Sector E. Hey, Francis, come here. Yes, it's urgent. Leave that interferometer alone for a second. Something is out there. Hey, we got a live one. Hey, do you copy? Hello? Hello? Is this thing working?
They don't have a transmitter. We won't hear a thing back.
Huh. But if they're stranded, could they mean... They're from outside? They're a breacher? Hey, how did you get through the barrier wall? No one's gotten into the zone in ages and lived to tell about it.
And if we don't get them to safety, this one won't either.
That's a good point. Hey, you're in serious danger. The instability's closing in, and it's gonna scramble you quicker than beef in a blender. The closest shelter is a few miles east. Get there however you can, and be quick about it.
So the UI is kind of basic right now, for lack of better terminology. And that does change a little bit further in. And it's also hard to control at first. Well, it's all beat up like this.
There it is again, that blip on the spectrometer. I've seen that waveform before, but where? No kidding. Could it be? The remnant?
That can't be. There hasn't been one in decades.
Look at that spectral fingerprint and tell me that doesn't match the remnants exactly.
No. What we should be looking at is how fast this breacher seems to be moving.
Huh. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say they're going about the speed of a... No way. No way. Do not tell me. They found a remnant and it's a car this time? Holy cripes! No one's had working wheels in here for ages. Boy, I'm killed to know how a combustion engine's still chugging away out there.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, the breacher needs to get to safety. Then we can look into whether that car is a remnant or not.
In my heart of hearts, I already know. They're back, baby.
Like I say, hard to control. Part of it is that one of my wheels is actually loose, I think.
When you find that shelter, go on and let yourself in. Hoppy ain't gonna like you poking around in there, but better to face a bad side than let the zone eat you alive.
You've got 5 seconds to get the hell out before I... Ow! My head. It's an emergency broadcast.
Hello, attention. This message is for Dr. Ophelia Turner. We sent a breacher to your garage on official zone business. Now, we have it on very good authority that this person is in possession of a remnant, which has taken the form of a car, and, well,
You bought the remnant thing. She's not gonna care.
right, like I said, super official zone business. Protocol, demands that you keep them alive until we can get them to safety. Now, if you do not comply, I will occupy this broadcast channel with a recitation of the entire collection of poems I've personally written. That's 10 years and 17 volumes, and...
Just let that voice cuts like a nail gun to the skull. So, another breacher, huh? How do you outsiders not understand that Arda didn't build that 300-meter wall out there for fun? Unless you're one of the unfortunates who got zapped through. Wait, I just remembered. I don't give a damn why or how you got here. You're trespassing, and I'd kindly like you to get the hell out of my zone. Unfortunately, the barrier wall is as fortified against breaches trying to get in as it is against anyone or anything trying to leave. We have to find you a way out. So you might as well start by fixing up that car. Just don't break anything in my shop with those soft hands of yours.
Today, Yahtzee described it as chainsawing things apart, and it's a fairly accurate description.
There's a little prototype of mine in the garage. The Arc device. Hook it up to your car, wherever it'll fit.
So I want to take a second to look at the dashboard here. I guess once we put in the Arc device, it's going to look a lot different. Can I? No. Okay.
This beauty won't just be your tour guide. It's your North Star and the only way back to safety. Heck, you should consider it the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit if you plan on staying alive. That's how important this thing will be to you. Yes, that's my very own invention. I'll tell you more about it if you live long enough to use it. If you're all set, take a look at the projector against the wall. This is the zone. Within these borders, all matter has lost the ability to hold a constant physical state. What that means is the shape, size, and makeup of just about everything constantly changes. A mile of grass can turn into 10 miles of swamp in the blink of an eye, and it does. Constantly. It's caused by something we call instability. We're completely surrounded by it, and once you've watched it chew through entire mountain ranges, you'll understand that you don't want to get anywhere near it. We can only survive in here within pockets of stability. That's what you're standing in now. And that's what you're seeing mapped on the route planner. If we're going to find you a way out of the zone, you'll need to build a new antenna. Until then, you won't be able to detect stabilized routes beyond your immediate area. So, you've got to go hunting for parts, and that means taking a drive. Go on, pick a route. The Arc device in your car will then show you where you need to go. Off you go. Make a left out of the garage and follow the access road.
All right.
Okay, newbie. I'll keep this simple. You don't want to overwhelm that little brain of yours. You'll need a few things to rebuild the antenna at the garage. First on the list is plasma. The woods are littered with plasma generators. Look for a research trailer or a spark tower. That's those antenna things zapping you when you get too close. Both are always accompanied by plasma generators. The Arc device is picking up on some plasma generators nearby. Your headset has a built-in scanner. Use it on the plasma generator, and it'll figure out the tools you need. Looks like it's ripe for the picking. Can't get at it with your hands, though. An impact hammer will do the trick. Find those materials by any means necessary. No one's coming back ever again, so go on and take what you need. Transports, homes, outposts, facilities, they've all been abandoned since the zone was decommissioned in '87. Most of those structures won't even be there the next time the instability scrambles the area. So loot to your heart's content. Just loot away.
Look at you, out of the zone all on your own. They grow up so fast, don't they? And Oppie, back at the helm. Been a long time, old gal. Didn't think we'd, talk again after that whole Sasquatch incident.
Yes, I was hoping to go another decade without hearing your voice again. What did you finally talk Francis to death?
Hello to you too, Oppie. And no, I'm still here.
I'm just gonna keep scrapping first, because it ends up being really handy to have logs and lots of materials.
Driver, I bet you're dying to hear all about the remnants by now.
Oh, can you not? I'm a little busy trying to keep them alive.
I'll keep to the basics, I promise. They deserve to know what they're getting into.
Fine. I'm giving you 60 seconds.
That is not nearly enough time to get...
55 seconds and counting.
Okay. The remnants, in short, they're old objects that do all sorts of weird things. They bind themselves to people, and you're the latest victim. You and the car are inseparable now, so get acquainted. Once the remnant is bound to someone, they become gradually more obsessed with it. It takes over the victim's mind, until they go crazy and run off into the zone with it. No one has ever been able to resist its siren call. That fixation is probably worming its way into your brain as we speak. This is the first time we've ever got our hands on one. But we know all about the past remnants, and oh gosh, this one time it materialized as an old copper kettle, and the tea that came out of that thing, it was...
And now I'm splitting the transmissions going to your receiver. Anything critical to your immediate needs will broadcast directly and immediately to your radio and headset. Anything not mission critical will be on a low priority frequency. Those transmissions will be recorded and indexed for you to listen to at your leisure. And by low priority, I mean just about everything that comes out of Tobias's mouth.
Not giving me the best first impressions there, Oppie. I kicked it for the record, that didn't just implode. Alright.
Looks like you're near one of the old guerrilla radio stations. That ought to be prime pickings for antenna parts. I've loaded its approximate location to your map. Look for an antenna tower up on a hill somewhere.
My, where are our manners? Driver, We never introduced ourselves. Not really. Tobias Barlow, former Artem maintenance manager. Oh, and here with me is Dr. Francis Cook.
I was a R&D scientist researching limb technology right here in the zone.
We live right in the mid-zone. Just a hop, skip, and a jump over another big old wall from where you're at. Oh, and that old bat over there? That's Dr. Ophelia Turner, former director of research and development herself. The mother of limb technology, the maven of electromagnetism.
That's enough.
Resident party pooper.
Alright, so basically my idea right now is just to gather as many materials as possible on this run. Since this is probably the easiest the runs get. Man, playing without HDR makes it way darker. Oops. This object that steel panels typically give, that these ones are not. I'm not sure what to make of that. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Okay, let's see. Huh. Dang. Okay. Let's see. Good enough. That's great. I'm actually gonna drive down here. Alright.
That radio station's up on a hill somewhere. Eyes to the horizon.
I'm not very good at talking while I play. I kind of sink into the world. I also don't have the ability to see chat or anything. So if there is anyone chatting, I apologize. I'm not sophisticated. just piss off. Although, actually, I guess thank you. Oops. Found an unknown. I gotta more seriously. This is useful for these guys. Or not. Although that is... Oh, I see it. Flung that flare way over there, so now they're focused on it. So, yeah, as a way to distract them. That is a method. Not mostly I did it because it's funny. If I'm honest. Thanks, I kind of skipped part of the map by cutting through there. Where the heck's the other generator? What the hell? Okay. So yeah, normally they're shut off when you get all the generators. And I'm not seeing another generator unless there's one inside of it or something. Yeah, wild. Alright. Oh, there is a locker back here. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep one on me. Alright. Let's see. Alright, that. Okay, cool. Now, start heading this way. One sec. Alright. So by the way, you'll notice that I do typically shut off the engine if I know that I'm going to walk away for any length of time. It's because it does actually burn a tiny amount of fuel idling, which is realistic, but also just something that a lot of games don't include. And when you're looking at the engines, it's measured in how much fuel it burns an hour. So like, or miles per gallon. So 18 miles per gallon. So like, yeah, it's it's just kind of nice to be able to like know that it does burn. I had to like set it idling at one point and test it. Didn't take me too long, but yeah. I forgot that I don't have off-road tires. It's one of the things you unlock, and I definitely got used to driving around like that. up this road to get to the radio tower, but I'm gonna explore it a little bit more first. Ah, that's what it's going on about. For clarity, what I noticed is that when I open the door, it reduces the armor enough that it alerts that it's low armor. You're probably wondering why I'm gathering these things, and it will become apparent later. Basically, they provide energy. I basically obsessively hunt them out. On this map, I kind of knew where they were, because I've actually replayed this particular level like 3 or 4 times. Maybe even more. I had played it through on the demo a few times, and then I actually had an issue with a setting that was causing my game to crash because it ran out of memory on the VRAM or something like that. Can't remember whether it's VRAM or RAM, but one of the two. It ran out of storage, or not storage, memory space, and that was a pain in the ass. So. But I ended up being able to fix it, and it's been stable ever since. So day one, I had a couple crashes. There's also been patches since then, which may have helped. But yeah. Now, that said, most levels will not be the same, so I'm not going to be able to just predict my way through basically everything. There's going to be, not predict, but like, remember my way through everything. And even as it is, like, this map isn't identical to the times I've played it. There is differences. Like, buildings were in different places. Some, like, guaranteed things, like the gas station seems to be guaranteed. This tower obviously is guaranteed. Those anchors are very much guaranteed.
Time to get moving. The instability's ticking up by the second.
But you can't get back the way you came. The instability makes all routes one way. And that's where my arc device comes into play. It'll get you back to the garage, but it needs to be charged first. But don't you worry your pretty little head about how it works. You'll be out of here soon, so there's no reason to learn more about LIM technology than you need to know. The arc device is charged and ready. You'll use it to open a gateway back to the garage, but it will immediately collapse the stability around you. So only activate when you're absolutely ready to leave. You do not want to get caught in the storm that follows.
Yeah, that was a mistake I made the first time. I didn't understand that part of things, then I went ahead and activated it because I thought I was just supposed to. There's people outside making noises. Whoops.
happy. Look, I keep thinking, the way you're helping our friend here right now seems positively helpful. Seems like me. You're looking to turn a new leaf or something?
The only thing I want to look at is a 12-year-old whiskey. And the back of this breacher's head when I send them packing.
But isn't it worth taking a detour to run just a tiny little test?
Can't think of a worse way to spend my time.
Please.
Those anchors may look like glowing balls of magic, but it's limb tech through and through. Don't be scared. Haven't exploded in anyone's face recently.
Well, kind of sad that it didn't continue the recording, but basically they kind of debate back and forth for a moment. Okay, so I want to go to there. So when we first started up this level, there's the thing like perpetual stability was its condition. Which means that the storm will never come on its own, so you can spend as much time as you want, which is part of the reason I was scrapping for as long as I could, because otherwise you can like end up running out of time. And I know I did skip some stuff, like there's definitely some cars that I ended up passing by, because I mean I was starting to get full in the inventory. So now I'm gonna go to this one. And there we go.
You see that glowing pillar into the sky? Drive into it. Yes, it looks like hot death, but it's so much better than getting scrambled by the instability.
First run complete. Now the next run I'm actually planning on intentionally dying. Which I know sounds kind of insane, but the reason for that is because...
Oh, well. You're alive. We're certain if
The zone didn't get you, that gateway would. Did I not mention that you're the first human I've sent through that thing? I mean, there have been rodents, but it's not like it's completely untested. But anyway, it worked. So, you should have made it back with everything you collected out there. That's the beauty of the gateway. It's the only way to get back with all your models intact. Now, take those parts you found into the back room. I'll let you use my fabrication station. For now. That station will concoct ways for you to rig up anything from roof racks to flare guns. Assembling an antenna with those parts you brought back should be easy as pie. But it requires anchor juice to work its magic, so bring back as many as you can. And just because I haven't used that garage in decades doesn't mean you can trash the place. Mess up my equipment and I'll throw you to the anomalies so quick you'll get whiplash. We clear?
And yes, first
Antenna
player, I'll be.
signals coming through loud and clear. Give it a moment to initialize. Make sure to empty your trunk before heading back out.
you'll need the space.
And we're patched. Everything's in working shape, more nonetheless. I've hooked up the antenna to the route planner. Give it a look after you're done peeping through my garage.
This thing ends up becoming very useful. Now I do want to be very selective about my next upgrades. Yeah, like definitely need this. I can't handle driving on spare tires. That'll be in the next thing I unlock for sure. Not necessarily this time before I head out, but this is definitely important. But so is this. Yeah, let's grab the oh, actually, the outfitting station is one of the next most important things, hands down. And then, yeah, I'm gonna grab this. And then I'm just gonna take a quick look, see if there's anything. I could do a bulb. But actually this, I don't know that it actually becomes that handy. Yeah. I think I'm gonna unlock the bulb because I know that that's gonna be needed for a bunch of things, so. Might as well do it. Alright. So. Ah, dang right, I don't have the materials for it. Oh well. It does come up a lot. No, because I'm planning on just dying anyway. I'm not gonna invest a bunch of time into this checklist, because I will end up leaving something behind. So... Alright. Alright, here goes. So I'm just gonna...
Ready to make this remnant verification a one-and-done thing? I'm sending you to visit Colossal Cappy. If that old anomaly doesn't induce electromagnetic resonance in your car, then we're free from Tobias's fever dreams and we can get you out of here. With that antenna fixed, you can now detect stabilized road junctions in the outer zone. You've got a stable route heading straight to Cappy's front door, but the energy readings are off the roof. I advise you not to take the zone lightly. You better gear up or you may not survive the trip. Which would make my life easier, so your call.
Alright, so I'm intentionally not going where she wants me to go. Whatever. It goes. Oh, goody. Thankfully, I'm still within range of the garage, so I'll just craft one. So hopefully I can just die quickly. I don't want to... There's multiple ways to die. The very first time I ever died was in the demo, and then that was the last time I died until I intentionally died. That time I died because of the zone closing in on me. There we go. Hey, bud.
The Octovice needs different charge levels to overcome the conditions for a gateway. You'll have to feed anchors to the Octovice until it's satisfied, and she'll tell you how many she needs at any given time.
So what it is that there's something.
The car was last pinged at... Huh? You're back at the garage. How could that be? Oh, the car got you back somehow. Very, very interesting. I'll have to observe this further.
Okay, so yeah, what happens is there's a thing that you can...
Have you found the friendly dumpster yet? It's behind the shop.
If you're ever in dire need, pay it a visit. As much as the zone takes away, sometimes she also provides.
Yeah, so basically, this, when you die, there's a thing that gets left behind, and, you can scan it, and you must scan it if you want to be able to, unlock a part later on. And, like, I don't really want to die later in the game, because, like, that always feels kind of crummy. So, I wanted to get it out of the way so I can go scan it. You might have seen when I had that thing pulled up that, like, the idea is that you, your car protects you, but stuff does get left behind. So the goal for me right now is I'm just gonna try to, gather up the scrap, because you never want to miss out on it. It's basically free, right? So. And then, And then I'll head back, stay on the thingy. I'm also now actually gonna bother getting my car up to some amount of quality. Wow, normally I'm like, I've got too many road flares. What the heck am I supposed to do with them? Yeah, I'm not gonna bother packing repair putty. Doesn't really feel worth it. Yeah, the clothing station, I forgot to visit it, but or outfitting station, sorry. But it allows you to unlock all kinds of things like backpacks and stuff, which goes a long ways for storage. Which is why it was important to me to go get it. So early, because yeah, like, it's one of those things where, like, I absolutely end up prioritizing ways to get storage over basically anything else. Nice.
The remnants are like us in a way. Those of us who chose to stay behind, we're as discarded and forgotten as they are.
And by chose to stay, you mean actively defying government orders to evacuate? Then yes. You remember how we went without electricity for 4 months to dodge the clearing crews? There's, like, what? Only 100 of us left?
If even that.
Frankly, I'm surprised so many of us were unable to move on for one reason or another.
Oh, speak for yourself. I'm here for the hunt. Hey, even better now there's no one to get in our way.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Normally it shuts off like that. I still don't understand that one that did not. That's a thing to scan.
Hey, driver, not to be a downer or nothing, but I'm wondering what we do if you can't find a way out of the zone.
They got themselves over the wall. They'll find a way to survive here like the rest of us. Or not. Won't be my problem at that point.
I'd hardly call what we're doing here surviving.
Ugh, look, hey, both of you always going on and on about putting up with this, ensuring that. There's more to life than that, you know? You, for example, Oppie, you're brilliant. You controlled fundamental forces of nature with your fingertips. Both of you did.
Slow down there, kid. We were scientists, not superheroes.
Well, I mean, look, hey, to someone who was all thumbs
When it came to science, they're one and the same. I just don't understand why you're wasting away here.
borrowed away in the zone. Both of you, you're sitting on so much lost potential.
Potential is a carrot on a stick for the young. An illusion to keep you forging on when you should have given up long ago. Nothing had more potential than limb technology. And look what it did to the Olympic Peninsula. What I did. Look around. We're stuck here. For good. All we can do is survive. Everything else is moot.
I forgot what a charmer you are, Oppie. An absolute living ray of sunshine and optimism.
I'll worry about that anchor in a minute. Just gonna head over to this house. Those were definitely some weird things to keep in a refrigerator. I have no way to open that. Need an electrician's kit, which I have not unlocked, and I don't think I had in the car, so... definitely gonna have to find a way to broadcast this with HDR enabled, because the ability to see is so much worse. Oh, number 2. We're just gonna skip right over number 1. And I wish I had unlocked Off-Road Tires versus the Liberator. Oh well. Long term, the Liberator comes in handy a lot. These recordings that I'm about to gather end up being one of the primary ways you get some of the backstory, aside from through Oppie, Tobias, and Francis.
I have the distinct honor to introduce to you the American people, a new scientific frontier with a raw power like LIM technology in the good hands of true patriots like Dr. Ophelia Turner. The potential is limitless. On this day, we welcome our Faraday future.
The year is 1955. Dr. Ophelia Turner is standing next to President Koch, the top of her head barely clearing his shoulder. She stands, stiff-backed, her hazel eyes affixed on the glass and steel chamber in front of her. She does not appear to breathe until a ball of light appears out of thin air. The sight is tremendous, a lightning bolt frozen mid-strike, and the reaction immediate. The gathering audience roars with excitement and spontaneous applause. On Dr. Turner, only a tightening of her lips indicates that she hears the audience at all. Dr. Turner and President Koch pose for a picture, and she does not smile even then. That picture is the image splashed across newspapers and science journals for the next decade. The mother of LIM technology, they called her. The angel of a new age. Newspapers at that time laid the titles on thick while peddling the impending utopia. Then she received into the bowels of a government research facility. She's never seen again in public. There are scant appearances here and there, and drunkenness of promotional videos, and blatant propaganda fodder. And then, she the promise of LIM technology.
Come on, there we go. And they sometimes do give some neat stuff, so it's always worth breaking one open. Goody. Yep, I think I figured that one out. So, your car can develop quirks as you play. Oh, I did not turn on my headlights anymore. I'm not 100% positive on this, but my theory is that the more damage you've done to your vehicle in a run, the more likely it is to develop a quirk from the run. But again, I can't verify that in any way, shape, or form at this point. But it seems like when I put the car in reverse, hood pops. Oh, maybe not. Might be when the car crashes as well. Nice. Yeah, definitely seems to be related to going backwards. Oh my gosh, seriously, there we go. Gosh, not having off-road tires is killing me. Quite literally.
those anchor plugs. They use limb technology to stake down pockets of stability in an area.
Basically, they delay how quickly you're turned into Swiss cheese out there.
So I think this is where I'm gonna end the stream. I haven't decided what else I'm doing tonight, but actually, you know what? Let's do this first. What damage happened to my car with all that? I guess. Oh shit. Alright. Yeah. It's gonna end the stream here. At least for now. But yeah, this is Pacific Drive.